Hi guys, welcome to Twitter's funny channel. Today I am going to teach point of sale system step by step part 5 tutorial. In our last tutorial we show user validation without connecting the database. In this tutorial I am going to teach how to connect with the database and doing the user validations part. Okay, let me start our project step by step. Here, before connecting the database, I want to explain the important stuff for you all. That is a good stuff that is timer control. Okay, go to the toolbox. Here, this will be the timer control. You just click and drag on your project. If you drag, you can see the timer control on the bottom here like this. Here, if you click on the timer control, you can see on your right, this will be the properties of the timer control. This is the properties of timer controls. The default property enable will be false. It's coming defaultly. Enable will be false. Here you have to select as true. Okay, you have to select as true. Okay, that's important stuff you have to do. Here interval, here defaultly come as 100. Okay, let me speak about this stuff later on. Okay, first I'm going to double click on the timer control and write the code. Okay, so timer control, when I'm going to write the code, this message I'm going to write the code. Okay, this is the label dot text. If the username and password is correct, display the message welcome. Otherwise, if the username and password not correct, display the message try again. In this message I am put it on the timer control like that. Okay, so first label 1 dot text equal double quotation mark. Okay, this is a blank double quotation mark. I am not typing anything else. It is leave it as blank here. Now go to the login form, again back to the form design, click on the timer control. Here I am interval, I am select as 1000 and press start button and see what happened. Okay, first I am going to type my username. After that I am going to type my password. When you press login button on the login button, you can see the message will be coming and gone. Okay, that is the purpose of login control. It is attractively. Click here. It's not stay. It's once show the error and it's gone. Here, third time it's gone. If it is more than three times, it will show the error blocked. Point of system has been blocked. Okay, it's not going to continue here after it totally exit the program. Okay, here click on this timer control and make it the interval as 500. Now we can see the message some sort of time. Here this error, here it show the error. It stay little bit of time, after that went. Okay, here third time, fourth time, system blocked, right. Okay, this is the purpose of timer control. We can display the error look like this. This is very efficient way to write a program look like this. Put the timer control and write. That is very efficient way. What I did is, first I drag the timer control on the form. After that click on the timer control and defaultly the property will be enable false. Make it as true. After that interval you have to make it as 500. That is a appropriate one for that. After that double click on the timer control. After that you have to select the label name, that means the message which going to display. This message will be displayed with the username and password. This message will be displayed. If it is not correct, try again, message will be passing. So the same label name I am going to write here and leave it as blank. Okay, that is the only simple coding I wrote for the timer control. I did this one. Okay, I hope you guys are understood the timer control part. Now we are going to go for the database part. Okay, if you have any doubt regarding the timer control, you can ask me anytime. Okay, now let's go to the database part first. Okay, first I am going to download the database because I am using the database MySQL server for this project. So I have to download the database first. Okay, so go to the Google search engine. Here you have to type XAMPP server, XAMPP, XAMPP server. Press enter key. It goes to this website. Here the first one will be the XAMPP server. You just click on this link. Here you can notice that download part there should be the various categories. One is a Windows platform, another one is a Linux platform, another one is a OS, that is a Mac OS platform. Okay, you can download the software according to your purpose. Okay, if you have a Linux operating system, you can download Linux. So OS Apple, you can download the Apple. My one is a Windows, so that I click on the Windows. If you click this one, you can download on your machine, because I no need to download for this time because I already download this software. So back to my software download part. Here software download location. Here this will be my XAMPP server. Okay, this will be my XAMPP server, this one. Okay, after download that, the small MP here size will be 100 MB or something. This will be small MB, you can download it. Here if you double click, and yes, here you can install next until you finish. You no need to select anything else. Okay, here this will be this window will be the welcome screen. Click yes, and you can select the location and you can install. It is a straightforward software. I already installed, so that this time I no need to install. Okay, I already installed the software on my C drive. After install has been completed, you can see the software. Go to the start and you search program files. Here you simply type XAMPP. If you type X, it's already shown here. If it is not show, type second letter here. This will be the XAMPP server. Okay, this will be the XAMPP server. You just click and open the XAMPP server. Here it's not start yet. Here it's not start yet. Okay, you must start the server before you are doing the project. If you are not started, your projects are not running. Okay, if you just click and open, it won't started. You must open this one, start. Okay, here click start. Here start. Now the XAMPP server will be started. Here it will start. Here this is the port. The XAMPP servers are running here. It's passing the ports numbers also. Now the XAMPP server is started successfully. We did. Now what I am going to do is, here go to the localhost. Now I am going to type on the address bar localhost. Now you can see the dashboard of the Apache server. This is the XAMPP server's dashboard. Here there are a lot of functions are there. On the top right corner, you can see PHP MyAdmin. You click on this one. Okay, no need this stuff. I need this one only. If you click, this is the dashboard of your PHP MySQL dashboard server data dashboard. Look like this. Here you can see that there are a lot of database I created earlier myself. These are a lot of databases. Now in this project I am going to create the new database. So I'm going to create the new database. If you want to create new database, here there will be the first link, new. You just click on this. If you click new, it asks the name which you are going to create. What is the name you are going to create the database? It asks here database, create database. Create database means what is the name you are going to create the database. So you have to put the name as a for the study purpose I'm going to use the name as pos in, right? I just create like pos in, okay, pos in. Okay, now you can create any name of like that point of sale name, you can give any name. I just created for the study purpose pos in, okay, and click create. Your database has been created successfully. You can notice that here the list, these are the database list. You can find your database here. The POSN will be your database. Okay, you just click on this. If you click, your database will be selected on the top. You can notice that if you click this one here, you can notice that your database will be selected MySQL. Okay, my one is not a MySQL, POSN. You just click and select the database. If you click this one, you can notice that database name will be selected on the top here, database name, which is this is the database name you have created. Okay, now be careful when you are creating the database table. Before you must select the database. Okay, once you select the database, this is the database, you are going to create the tables. Okay, first table I am going to create as a login. So I am going to type the name as login. Here ask number of column, how many columns you want. Column mean, if you are not familiar with the columns and rows, go to the Excel sheet and see. That is the best thing if you are not familiar with the columns and rows. This mean of columns, this mean of rows. Here I need ID column and username and password. These 3 columns I needed. So here I am going to it asks how many number of the columns. The default come as 4. I change as 3 and click go. Okay, your table, this is the table name. I am going to create the rows names. Sorry, table here the names. The first column name I am going to create columns names as a ID. Here select as integer will be the data type. Length will be default, you can put 11. Okay, then here important, when you are adding the ID, it should be a primary key. Okay, it should be a primary key. ID always should be a primary key. It's protect the duplicate one. Okay, so make it as primary. Go and auto increment. AI mean it stands for auto increment. Auto increment mean when you add the records to the database, it's automatically the ID column, the column numbers will be generating 1, 2, 3, 4. They're continuously generating. You don't need to add anything else in this ID column. Okay, later on I explain how it's work. Okay. Again, I'm going to type here username. This column appropriate for the username. This time the data type will be varchar. This is not be username is not be a integer, so that this will be the character. So varchar. Okay. When you enter the number, you must use this in data type. Okay. When you use the string and integer, both values, it should be applicable for varchar. String, you can type string and integer. Okay. Now here the username, someone put John 1 2 3 something else, no, so that you can use varchar something else. Okay, is both should be added, integer plus text values. Okay, here password, another field appropriate for the password. Here select as you varchar also, this time also varchar. Here I am put the length value as a 255. any value you can put here. Okay, 355 mean you account how much length you are going to type. Okay, you consider the length. Okay, this is enough for that standard way I put here. Then here no need to put the primary key auto increment. Here I have to type manually, so that you don't need to put anything as, leave it as this column as default. Okay, this is only the ID column only you have to select as a primary, and auto number generated you have to put. Okay, another one you don't need to put. Okay, now you can click save. Your table has been created successfully. When you click OK, you can see the table structure. This is the table structure. Here, this is an auto increment. Here, it's sorry, this is not an auto increment. Here, name. Here, type. This is the auto increment you are did. Here, if you have any changes about the structure, you just click on the change button and adjust you want. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to add the record manually for the first time. So go to the insert tab. These are meaning of tabs on the database. Here click on the insert tab. Here no need to enter, because its automatically number will be the software is putting the database software as MySQL. Here username you have to put, because you are click the auto increment column, so that you no need to add this one here. Okay, here and put the username as John. Password will be 123. Here username will be Ann. Password will be 321. Okay, I just put the username and password over here, and I successfully added the username and password and click go. Now here it successfully 2 rows are inserted. If you see the message on MySQL server green message mean, this will be the green message mean it's successfully inserted. Okay, there's no errors. Okay, it's inserted successfully. If you click browse, you can see the records. You added 2 records here, John, and this will be your usernames, this will be your password. Here notice that your ID here 1 2 3, here it's continuously adding 1 after 1 after 2. If you add another record 3 4, it's continuously adding. Okay, this is the meaning of auto generating. It's automatically generating the number. Okay, you don't need to put the number. Okay, so that I put the I click the option as auto increment. It's starting from 1. Okay, this always auto increment will be starting from 1. Okay. Okay, so far everything we did in the database successfully. Now back to our C# form. Here this will be our C# form. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect C# form to MySQL server. Okay, so we'll see how to do this stuff. Before going to connect, another important connector we are going to install in my local computer. That is name will be MySQL connector using .NET, because this is the .NET platform. So go to the Google. Here I am going to type MySQL connector using .NET. Okay, without this connector, without this connector, we can't connect MySQL server and C#.NET. Okay, we can't directly connect. We must use this connector. Okay, without using this connector, we can't connect MySQL server and C#.NET. Keep in your mind before you are doing the project. This will be the must connector. Okay, you just click on this download link here. This will be the website. Here there will be the button download. Here you just click the download button and download the software in your local computer. I don't need to click the download because I already download in my machine. Okay, I'm going to go to the location where I download this software. Here this will be the software MySQL connector. Okay, I already downloaded. Okay, its size will be 8 MB or something. It's a little size. Okay, Here this one also straightforward. You double click on this software, you can next until it's finished. You must give the location where you're going to install, and after that you next until it's getting finished. Okay, that is the stuff you have to do. After that, after install has been completed successfully, now you have completed two stuff. One is the database concept you did. After that, connector also you download and install your machine. Perfect. Now I'm going to go to the coding part. Okay, so double click on your form. This will be your form. Here on the top coding part, you just double click on the form. You go to the B here on the top. This is called as namespaces. Okay, this is called as namespaces. Okay, so when I am going to write the MySQL connection, we must import the namespace. Okay, without namespaces we can't write the classes inside the program. So okay, this the count, int, this all are coming from these namespaces. Without assigning the namespaces we can't write any coding. So now I am going to write the MySQL connection. MySQL I am going to connect with the MySQL databases, so that I am going to write the MySQL namespace here. Before adding the namespace here, point of sale system, go to the reference and right click here, add reference, select that. Okay, I already add the reference. Okay, so here click on the browse button. Here you have to select the MySQL connector where you going to install your local computer. Okay, I am installed in my C drive. Here this will be the C drive installed MySQL connector. Here this one, this will be the MySQL connector I installed. Second time we downloaded no MySQL connector, that MySQL location. This will be the MySQL connector. Okay, here, so double click on this one, and this one will be double click. Here you have to select the folder. There should be 3 folders. Here you have to select assemblies and this 4.0. There are a lot of DLL files are there, supporting files are there. You select all and add it. Okay, if you add it, I can select, I already added. You can select, you can see this this kind of things. So it's coming in this reference, it's added in your reference part, and click OK. Okay, if you click, the references are adding like this. After that only you can write the MySQL namespace. Otherwise you can't write the namespace. Okay, here now successfully you added using, after that MySQL here successfully, here namespace now MySQL successfully coming data dot MySQL client. This will be my namespace for connecting the database, MySQL database to C# form. This is the namespace you have to add. Okay, okay, isn't it right? Now I successfully add the namespace here. After that I am going to establish the connection. Okay, I am going to give the connection path where I am going to install my MySQL server. Okay, this database I am going to give the path, because the records are coming from this database. All the records are checking from this database, so I am going to give the all the locations. What is the username, what is the password, all the stuff you have to give. Okay, what is the table name, what is the database name, we have all the stuff. The database name will be, you can notice as %, table name will be login. Okay, so what I am going to do is here under the initialization component, here you have to write, if you write here you can access anywhere of this coding on the database connection. Okay, no need to write again. First write here MySQL connection, this will be MySQL connection, con means is the object, equal new MySQL connection. You select this drop down list like this here. After that you have to create the path here. within the double quotation mark here, first server equal, server mean this is the server, I'm going to use the server mean localhost, this will be the server because this is a local machine, so that I using this server name localhost. After that I'm going to mention the database name, data in the server containing, there are lot of databases here, you can see the database over here, there are a lot of databases here. Which database we are going to select? PostN. This is the database we are going to select, PostN, so that I'm going to give the name as PostN. This will be your database name. After that, username defaultly come as MySQL server as root. Okay, this will be root. Username coming as root. Keep in your mind. Password will be blank. Blank means you have to no need to type. Okay, just put the colon mark there. Okay, blank password. Okay, this is the simple stuff. Here also I didn't close the colon mark. Okay, when you add the database name, any username, you have to put this colon mark and complete it. Okay. Okay, well, now I successfully established the connection, the MySQL server to C# form, localhost, database name, username, password given. Now what I am going to do is, next step, when the user enter username and password, when you click login button, it's validating, it's checking if the username and password correct or not. So I am going to write the coding. Double click on this one here. Here, this is my last coding I wrote without connecting the database. So that's all the stuff I'm going to delete. So okay, I'm going to delete. Okay, else part I'm going to write first thing is MySQL, sorry, first I'm going to create one variable which is a string. Here I'm going to create one is query. I'm going to write the query equal query variable. I created one query variable equal, here I'm writing the query, SQL query, select all from, what is the table name? Login. This will be our table name, login. Select all from means select all the tables, select all from login table, select all the records from login form, login table, where username will be this column, is considered as this column. This column's meaning of username equal this username. This username, when the user enter any values on this text box, username text box, it is passing the variable username, this username. Okay, so going to check this username. Single quotation, double quotation, single quotation. Within the quotation, you have to put two plus signs. Within the plus sign, you have to write that variable username. Okay, after that I'm going to check my passwords also, checking both, so that we have to put the sign also and sign, and again password field, this password field I'm going to check, this password field and this password field, both I am going to check. Password equal into single quotation, double quotation. Please remember this. Again, double quotation, single quotation. Within here, put two plus signs. Within the plus sign, you have to put password. That's it. After that, here at the end, you have to put the colon and end the statement. Okay, that is the simple stuff you have to do. Here what I did is select all from login, select all the records from the login table, and where username name, this column it's taking. Where username mean this username, the database username, this column, it is equal into this username. The user type anything else in this text box, pass into this variable, checking both. If both are correct, and it's not going to end again, and checking the password. This two fields password match with this password. Okay, this password. If it is match both values, login successful. Okay, that is the message it will be displayed. Okay, so again I am going to write again another coding. Important stuff is MySQL data adapter. I am going to create one object, data equal new MySQL data adapter. Here, close. Within the bracket I am going to pass two parameters. One is this query, comma, I have to put the connection, database connection means is coming from this connection object here. This is the database connection. It's check both whether the query and connection both are correct. Okay, after that's only filling. Okay, here when you writing the SQL data adapter, you don't need to put connection open and connection close methods. It's automatically connection is open and close, it's automatically. Okay, so that you no need to put here. It is checking both. This query part is correct, and it's checked. The connection also correct. These both are checked, and fill the database tables. After that, another one is a data table. You have to fill the data table also. Data table. You also create one object, dt equal new data table. That's it. So here did not date data. Right, successfully. Now what I'm going to do is here I'm going to write data. This will be the fill the table, data dot fill the table. I'm going to fill the table to this dt here, put the parameters here, dt here, put the parameters here, and the colon mark. Okay, I fill all the tables. Okay, I fill all the tables in, put into this single object dt. After that I'm going to check whether the record is match or not. So when you going to check, you must write the condition, which is a if. That is a decision making condition. You must write it. So how it's write is, first if dt, because all the data will be stored in this dt variable, because here, so all the data, all the queries are passing to this data. After that what I am going to do is data dot fill. I fill all the data adapter, filled all the data table columns. All the columns I fill and put into this data table object, and here dt dot rows dot count equal 1. Okay, I'll explain. 1. After that, open curly brace, close brace. If the record is there, display label 4 dot text here within the double quotation, welcome to POS, something message you can write. Okay, else part you have to write label dot text equal try again next time, try again next, let me put as try again, like that. That's it. Okay, now let's here, if you click here start button, let me see whether it's working or not. I'm going to enter some username and password, click login. Here try again, message will be try again, it show. Now I am again going to type the correct username and password. John, password will be 123, click login. Welcome to our post. It's successfully, it's connecting the database and working successfully. And again back to the form. Here what is the meaning of this is, let's open the database here. Here this will be the database. Here if dt, this is the fill all the tables. Here dt dot rows mean this is the rows, dot count mean count, equal 1 mean if both will be match 1. Okay, if both John and 1 2 3 both are matched, should be 1. If it is 1, is both should be correct, so display the message pause. Otherwise, if it is doesn't match the username and password, display the message try again. That is the meaning of this. If it is both are match, it's display this message. The both rows are match, if it display this message. Okay, username and password both are match. Here if you click username, this username going to check the database username, the password also going to check the database password. If both are match, equal 1. Okay, otherwise it's failure. Okay, the display the message try again. Okay, I hope you guys are enjoying my tutorial. Please get in touch with my upcoming tutorial, part 6 tutorial. Thank you for watching. If you like my channel, please subscribe.